T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up.
Hello everybody and welcome. This time I'm taking a look at Elite Dangerous, a space exploration, mining, trucking, combat, piracy, bounty hunting and smuggling simulator. In fact, the only thing missing is space prostitution. I'd love to meet a 1083 vagina space whore. Before we dive in, I'd like to clear up some misconceptions, predominantly put forward by types who are not allowed to go outside without wearing a crash helmet and who should be accompanied everywhere by a nurse. The first misconception is that Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen are so similar as to be just different versions of the same thing. This is tantamount to saying that a sanitary towel and a 747 are basically the same thing because both have wings and can be sometimes found up your mum's cooch. Elite Dangerous is set in the far-flung future in a 1-to-1 scale model of the Milky Way galaxy, with 150,000 of the known star systems fully modelled and the other 399 billion procedurally generated. Star Citizen, on the other hand, is set in a much smaller, handcrafted version of the 30th century Milky Way galaxy, where the United Earth Empire holds sway. The militaristic United Earth Empire sort of reminds me of what the Roman Empire was, and what those on the extreme right flick their bean to when considering what America should be. The final misconception I'll cover, or as I like to call them, turds from the mouths of gamers that need to be flushed, is the either-or misconception. This is the moronic, infantile and tribal view that one can only like, play and enjoy either Elite Dangerous or Star Citizen. This is tantamount to posing the question: I've just entered a room and found Justin Bieber filleting Kanye West. I've only one round in my gun, what should I do? The answer is simple, of course. Shoot one and club the other motherfucker to death with your empty pistol. The point is, you can have and enjoy both. There are no exclusivity contracts with either game. Now that I've swept all your moronic misconceptions aside like a tidal wave of reason, let's get on with what Elite Dangerous actually is. Elite Dangerous started out life as Elite, a microcomputer game developed in 1984 by two Cambridge undergraduates. I played this as a child on my Commodore 64, and I do realise that this game probably came out when most of your parents were children, or if you live on a council estate, most of your great-grandparents were children. Utilising a 1-to-1 scale map of the Milky Way galaxy, as you'd imagine, Elite Dangerous is quite well embedded in the fields of astronomy and planetary physics. Astronomical objects such as planets, moons and stars follow their known orbital paths, have gravitational fields equivalent to their mass, and have day and night cycles. When it comes to space travel, the game takes a step outside scientific reality in order to allow players to traverse the great distances involved. There are three methods of propulsion: a standard drive, which allows you basically impulse power, a frameship drive, which allows you to traverse across a single system, and a frameship drive, which allows you to jump between systems. Even within a single solar system, the distance between two places can be extremely vast. A little known fact about this game is that your ship actually uses a Newtonian flight model. This is by default turned off by the stability assist system. However, it can be turned back on by turning off that system. Some players regard this as cheating, but it's no more cheating than having a stability system in a Mirage, an F-16 or a commercial airliner. It's there to keep you safe. Space combat in this game is fun, exhilarating, rewarding and dangerous all at the same time. It can be frustrating at times, particularly if you've accrued quite a few bounties in your travels and you haven't visited the station in a while. Suddenly you decide to take on a bigger or more well-armed ship and you get blasted into space junk. You've just lost everything that you've accrued since your last station visit. Speaking of space stations, they act as quest hubs, repair and upgrade shops, and in some of the larger stations and cities you can also buy new ships and store your own ship in a hangar. When it comes to pimping out your ship, there are tons of options. It all really depends on what role you want to use that ship for or what role you want to play in the game. To use a ship for bounty hunting, you'll need heavy armaments and armour, and to be a pirate you'll also need cargo space and a cargo scanner. The hubs act as interstellar job centres where you can pick up missions covering the whole gambit. Everything from trucking and smuggling to piracy, bounty hunting and assassination are available there. If you're on a targeted assassination mission like this one, you will need to find unidentified signal sources. Generally, when you arrive at these sources, there's something entirely innocent and innocuous going on, usually 3 blind dwarfs masturbating a donkey, or a couple about to throw away their lives at the wedding barge. However, every so often you will find a nasty surprise waiting for you, usually in the form of a mighty pirate, or sometimes your intended target in a much better ship or with several friends. There are very few things more satisfying than watching your foe's ship explode after a lengthy space battle. One of the latest and greatest additions to this game has been orbital mechanics and the ability to land on non-atmospheric planetary bodies. You can land at planetary bases or cities, or any space flat enough for your ship, and then you can go mining or you can go pouncing around for hours the way I do in your space buggy. Some say the game is trillions of kilometers wide and 1 meter deep. That is true, but the whole idea of the game is to become who and what you want. So, would I recommend the game? Yes, if you're a little strange like me and love these things, but if you're a handheld special snowflake millennial still sucking on your mum's titty, mine by the way, then give it a miss. Thank you very much for watching, please don't forget to comment, and goodbye.